the Bucks with some changes. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Henson. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for O.J. Mayo. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
And the Bucks making a change here. Bonds checked in. Bucks leading by 5.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Monroe's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Levine passes to Garnett. Tries again. And that one is stuffed right through.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Towns. Powered down with both hands.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Now here's Carter-Williams. Down low. Parker kicks to Carter-Williams. Estevon. 4 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Kevin Garnett. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And the shot is good. And it's 8 points for Parker.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Carter-Williams. Can't hit from in close.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and it had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Adrian Payne's checked in for Towns. Prince comes in for Muhammad. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Plumlee, he's checked in for Monroe. John Henson comes in for Jabari Parker. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable. And, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach. I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself. Jang, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output. Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Adrian Payne. That is his first foul of the game.
Right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
The shot's good from Henson.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
And it's Rubio penetrating. And he makes it looking hard with one hand.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's blocked. To the inside. Wiggins. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Timberwolves lead by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And the interior defense has to get tougher here in the second half. He's making them look really bad.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And in terms of points in that first half, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward, and it's Monroe in the center. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Parker. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Levine can't hit.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins. That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. Minnesota making some changes. Nikola Pekovic comes in for Jang. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. Vasquez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Monroe. Second shot opportunity. It's his first trip to the line. He misses the free throw.
And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed in the right direction. Some mistakes have been made along the way, but you have to like their future now.
Levine dishes to Muhammad. Now here's Muhammad. Rebound by Monroe. Bucks trail by 5. Middleton the pass to Carter Williams. Vasquez kicks to Monroe. Parker right side from 12 feet out. Dishes to Carter Williams. Pass to Parker. That one off the back iron and out. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Rubio. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Rubio's got 7.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Stolen by Monroe. 3-on-3. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Vasquez. Middleton's got his second basket.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Here's Muhammad. And he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
And so it's Milwaukee now. 7-point differential. Bayless dishes to Plumlee. 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Vasquez. And he uses the glass on the layup. Vasquez has got his first points of the game.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points now for Henson.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
Plumlee in the high post. Here's Vasquez. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. But Timberwolves on top. They lead by 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Tayshaun Prince up there with Garnett. Then it's Gorgui Dieng. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Levine in the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Mayo. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Mayo's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Bucks. Here's Wiggins. Can't hit. Excellent D there for Mayo to take the lead. No luck. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Wiggins from outside. Plumlee with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in. And then for Milwaukee, Jabari Parker's checked in for Plumlee. Chris Middleton comes in for O.J. Mayo. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Jared Bayless. Now here's Carter-Williams. Parker lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Hence in the pass to Carter-Williams. And the foul on Tayshaun Prince. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Minnesota making a switch here. Rubio's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Henson. Levine kicks to Wiggins. It's stolen by Carter-Williams.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they're getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
And so it's Milwaukee now. After the basket by Minnesota. That is good.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots. You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
And he gets the bucket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Wiggins drives in to the wing on the left. And Zhang kicks to Wiggins. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
That's just a foolish mistake right there, guys.
Yeah, inexcusable. You just cannot allow that to happen.
Muhammad, he's checked in for Minnesota. Now here's Carter-Williams. He feeds it to Middleton. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-5 run. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And the Bucks lead by 8. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. There's There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. Carter Williams dishes to Antetokounmpo. Fires from the corner. Kept alive. Monroe, the pass to Middleton. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's foul number 2 for him.
26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. And he is unable to get the second one. And now we've got the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
2 shots.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Not sure there's anything they can do to salvage this one.
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had got away from them, slipped right out of their hand.
Middleton on the wing.
Bucks foul. Miles Plumlee. That's his first personal foul. Third.
Gets the first, then trims the lead to 6.
For your Timberwolves, Nikola Pekovic.
And so Pekovic nails both of them. Here's Bayless. That's good. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a run. Win.